Hey guys, Crypto Will here. Today is going to be a shorter video on something that's a little bit different. I've been away sorting out some things, trying to, make sure that my life's in order. And sometimes that requires going away. Sometimes cryptocurrency takes a back burner. But I have been doing some stuff with cryptocurrency. I have seen some interesting things happen. But I'll talk about that on the weekly or semi-weekly live stream I do with NYC Crypto Plug, Angry Crypto Guy, and Sherlock Holmes. It's going to be on Wednesday this week at 7. But anyway, what I'm talking about here is, and the title of this video is going to be called, Rich Jerks. And before you get upset, before you get your panties in a bunch, I'm not saying all rich people are jerks. There's a point to the title. So I look all the time for different ways to make money online. I don't type in this, I'm just using this as an example. Mainly I go through email. I signed up to several make money online email lists. And so I'm always looking for something that could help me make money online so I don't have to work a 9-to-5 job again. I know most of them aren't going to work out. That's obvious. But if there's one that's good that I can use, I'll give it a shot. But in doing all that, and searching for these programs and coming across them, it's made me realize something. Certain rich people or people that have made it can be jerks. Now let me clarify. This isn't really referring to the trust fund babies. They're a lost cause. They have never known poverty. They have never known struggle. They just inherited money from their daddies and live off their daddy's piggy bank. They don't have any sort of perspectives. What I'm talking about in this video is the super rich person, and again, this is not all of them, the super rich person that made it and who has made a lot of money. Congrats to them, but is a jerk to everyone else. Those are the people that I can't stand, and those are people that I don't understand. And look, like I said, if you made it yourself, all on your own, and you came from humble beginnings, congratulations, you've won life. That's excellent. I'm glad you finally made it. But it takes a certain amount of mental fortitude to do that and to remain humble. It's probably very difficult. I haven't been there yet, but I'm going to be rich someday, and so I need to get my mind right as well, and I need to learn from other people good lessons. And so I need to, get my mind right in order to prepare for that day. And so you see things on Instagram, like rich kids of Instagram and stuff, and just, those are the trust fund babies. No one really cares. They grew up with silver spoons. They've never known struggle, real struggle, not being able to pay for food or having the lights cut off. That's real struggle. It's not, oh, daddy didn't get me a purse. I'm so upset about that. Those people annoy all of us. Okay, let me give you an example. Recently I found this guy appeared in my email from one of the lists that I'm on about this thing that I can use to trade penny stocks on. First of all, I didn't go into it, quote unquote, go into it. I bought the program for $29. There was so many upsells, by the way. And this isn't really referring to anyone being a jerk. This is just the stuff I go through to try to make a lot of money for myself online. So I purchased the first plan for $29.99, and there's 7 pages of him trying to upsell you on different things. I'm not mentioning this guy's name because I don't want people to get to find him and send him negativity. I don't want his name splashed out there. But it was crazy how many upsells there were. And I get it. You're a businessman. That's fine. But it was, the highest level was $10,000. And I kept clicking no. I don't want any of this. It was just upsell after upsell. By the way, don't annoy people. When doing those things, you'll just turn them off to your original product. And so I was already a little bit salty because I had to go through 7 extra pages of clicking no on things I did not want. And it was just kept going up in price. But eventually, it was done with it, and I went through a course. It wasn't for me. He wasn't really specific. He wanted you to rely on him for signals and stuff. He said he was going to teach you how to do it, but he doesn't. At least not in the basic plan. If you pay him more, he will, but I wasn't doing that. But the point of this video is that it's Rich Jerks. And so he has a blog, and in this blog, he shows you how to trade penny stock. Well, actually, he doesn't show you. He tells you that he's traded penny stocks. But there's a line here that just really annoyed me. It really encompasses what the person who made it sometimes thinks. I literally have thousands of emails from broke or near broke people whining and complaining about these minimums on a certain trading website that you use to trade penny stocks. And truth is matter that these broke or near broke people suck to work with. They blame everything on everyone but themselves, and they're almost all incompetent in one or several ways, hence why they're broke or near broke. Sorry to be brutally honest, but that's the truth. And broke or near broke people shouldn't even be trading. You need to get your lives together and learn how to make a steady income in order to pay rent for groceries, etc. Even the best traders know that the stock market cannot be relied upon. You don't want to force trades in order to make enough money. Okay, so it's just that annoyed me because the assumptions that this guy has are like, oh, if you're broke, you're lazy, and you didn't make it, you have no drive at all. Even though this was a guy that came from humble beginnings, and he spits on people who aren't rich. He's been in that rich bubble for a long time, and so now he's like, oh, if you're not rich, then you're lazy. Are there some lazy people? Of course they're lazy. There's some lazy people out there. Not all of them. Like this, let's say you're a guy who works like bagging groceries at any kind of store. Does that mean that you're lazy? Like I said, sometimes yes, but other times some of those people who are bagging groceries, they have big dreams for the future. They're going to college. They're investing intelligently. Does that make them lazy just because they're bagging groceries? No, not everyone gets high-paying jobs. And with everything increasing in price now, sometimes it's difficult. You gotta take things case by case. You can't assume that, oh, just because they're broke, that means they have no drive. Some of them have a ton of drive. They just don't have the vehicle to do anything about it right now. And so saying that, oh, they're broke, they have no drive, etc., that's not fair to them. Especially if this guy did it. Like, if this guy bagged up groceries and stuff, I'm sure someone has called him lazy and had no drive. But he found a way to make it. And so he proved that he does have the drive. And now he's making a lot of money trading penny stocks. Great. Fantastic for him. I'm not even being sarcastic. Good for him. But don't spit on people who are grocery baggers who want to make a better life for themselves. And don't say things like people like, oh, you shouldn't be trading. You're going to get your lives together, learn how to make a steady income. So basically just stay in poverty and stay down below here. Don't even try to get better. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to do it in their own way so they can stop bagging groceries, so they can stop working 9-to-5 jobs. And so you got to understand that being broke does not mean being lazy. Sometimes yes, but other times no. A lot of those people, the grocery baggers, they got into cryptocurrency to try to make better lives for themselves in 2017. Like, they saw opportunity and they're trying to jump on it. Yes, it was a bad idea. Yes, they didn't do all the research, but their heart was in the right place. They were trying to make better lives for themselves and for their families. And so, I just don't like the assumptions that go into these people. Like, again, I'm repeating myself, but the trust fund babies, they're hopeless. The people who came up, they need to recognize that there are other people who were just like them when they were out bagging groceries or driving for Uber or doing whatever. All they need is an opportunity to get better, and some of them will succeed. Some of them will try their best. But just saying that you should live in mediocrity is not fair. Anyway, guys, I just wanted to mention that, like, all of us want to be rich. All of us want to get the money, the cryptocurrency money, and get a whole lot of Bitcoin. But you can't let that change you. And on that note, some people say that money changes you. I don't necessarily agree in all cases. I think that money can reveal who you truly are at your core. Because, like, when you get a lot of money, allows you to be more of who you really are. If you're a good guy who's poor and they make a lot of money, you're probably gonna be an even better guy in a lot of cases. But if you're not so good of a guy and you make a lot of money, you're probably gonna turn into a complete jerk. And yes, money can change you. Asterisk, if you let it. Because there's going to be bad influences all around you. People trying to use you and take your money, unfortunately. But you can't let that change you. If you're a good guy who didn't have a lot of money, you have to try extra hard to remain that good guy when you make a lot of money. Avoid surrounding yourself with snakes and people who are trying to take from you. Surround yourself with actual friends, people who are humble, people who will help keep you humble, and not turn to one of the rich jerks of Instagram or this guy talking about, oh, dear bro Pete whining and complaining stuff. Like, if he believes it, don't say it publicly. You just look like a jerk, and it's clear that you forgot where you came from. So don't forget where you came from, guys. Go ahead and get that money.